The Augusta Jr. Players production of Anne and Emmett by Janet Langhart Cohen is coming up at the end of the month. It is a powerful piece about racial intolerance and hatred. Scott Seidl, the artistic and executive director of Augusta Players, joins me now with a couple of cast members. Scott, thank you for being here, and thanks also to Mary Charles Jordan and to Darrick Brown. We appreciate your time today. I'm going to talk to you all in just a moment about the play, but Scott, I want to just speak to you first about the strength of Augusta Junior Players.
It's truly thrilling. The talent, you know, I was talking with some folks over the holidays, Happy New Year, by the way, over the holidays about one of the reasons that I came to Augusta. It's just the talent base, and it's not just with adults. The feeder programs in our schools are really tremendous, and the young talent in the CSRA is nothing like I've seen anywhere else.
Well, we just saw in our previous segment Heidi Gray, who is a veteran of the program, and I'm impressed with the strong material. You know, we'll talk a little bit more about Anne and Emmett, but it's not just entertaining. I mean, these are shows that something like this that they're going to draw life lessons from.
Yeah, and we can attribute that to our artistic director of the Junior Players, Roy Lewis. He's does such a great job in programming an entire season, things that are fun and entertaining, but also things that have a little bit of weight and a message and something to say, especially as we head into February, Black History Month coming up soon. And this season in general has those kinds of things. Ragtime earlier on our main stage, and we're already neck deep into planning the 76th season. I just had a meeting with Roy yesterday and talking about some very exciting things that are that same kind of mix, where we've got a show that really has something to say and is important, and then of course really wonderful entertaining things. The rest of our season after Anne and Emmett is just so much fun.
You've got the Alexander and the terrible, awful,
horrible, no good, very bad day. That's the first time I've ever gotten it right, by the way.
Good. That's impressive. That's impressive. And then surely there'll be people interested in Frozen Jr.
Oh my gosh, yes. I can't wait. And I think it's interesting too that we're doing a show called Frozen in June.
Can I be Elsa?
Auditions are coming up.
Okay.
Keep an eye on the website.
I'll wear a blonde wig.
I cannot wait to be there for that.
All right, well, Scott, thank you for talking about that. And Mary Charles and Darrick, so you all play the title role in Anne and Emmett. You are Anne Frank and you are Emmett Till. These are characters that had very cruel lives. So what does it take for a teenager to be able to put yourself in that position?
It has taken so much research and really delving into the emotions that they must have felt during these horrific periods in history.
I think that maybe, school kids are familiar with Anne Frank. The Anne Frank's Diary, I remember when all three of mine read it, and the moment when they're just suddenly crying because they realize everything that has happened, And I'm sure it's the same way with the role with Emmett Till. And when you realize the tragic end that your characters meet, how do you embrace that?
Well, I have to put I had to put myself in the mindset of this 14-year-old teenager who basically just came to visit his family, and the worst thing that you can really imagine happened to him. So I'm thinking in this character that he's scared and he's frightened, and when this terrible act of cruelty and racism just happens to him. So it really puts you in a different mindset. You have to think differently than what you typically think about.
Do you have to take breaks and just get away from it? I mean, are there times when you just have to take yourself out of it?
Me especially, when I'm at my house, and usually I'll be in the bathroom and I'll look at I have a big mirror.
Yeah,
I'll look at myself in the mirror, and then I'll find myself tearing up a little bit, and I'll have to take a maybe 10-minute break.
Take a mental break. Yeah.
It's very emotional.
Right. I understand that just from some of the things I have to do on the news. And sometimes I have stories that are so horrific that I have to step out and just kind of read them out loud to myself so that I can say it on the air. I mean, I get that, but I'm not living in it. For me, it's something I'm reading. But with you all portraying these characters, you're living this for a while. Are you really excited to present this? It's going to be at the Richmond Academy Theater.
I am so excited for people to come see this show. The message is just so powerful. I think it's going to be great for our community.
Wonderful, wonderful. And what are your thoughts about that?
Once you step into the auditorium and you watch the show, you're definitely going to come out feeling different than you did when you walked in.
Okay, that's a tremendous promise. I love that because it's going to change you when you see this production. Terrific, terrific. Well, talking about the production, let's show you right now the dates for Ann and Emmett. It's coming up Friday, the 31st of January at 7 p.m. And then you have 2 shows on Saturday, February 21st. So you've got a matinee at 3 and then the 7 p.m. show. And then Sunday at 3 p.m. So all the shows are at the Academy of Richmond County Theater. The tickets are $15 and you can get them online at augustaplayers.org or you can call 706-826-4707 for more information about tickets. And will you be doing for school groups as well?
Yes, ma'am, at the Imperial Theater.
Do you mind if I share something very exciting about this production?
Absolutely, go right ahead.
So the story itself can kind of not feel small, but it's a small cast. But what they're supported by is an entire choir, a gospel choir that's part of the production, and a string quartet, in addition to this play with these 4 actors. So it's a much larger production piece in addition to this huge story that's being told.
Love that.
Very excited about that part of it as well.
Oh, so we have the music to look forward to as well.
Right.
Do you have an actual choir that...
Auditions just happened last night.
Great,
for that.
so you certainly will.
They start rehearsal in the next few days.
Terrific, terrific. Well, Scott and Mary Charles and Darrick, thank you so much for coming and sharing with us about Ann and Emmett. Again, it's a production that I know that you'll look forward to at the end of January, beginning of February. For more information, you can just go to our website, WJBF.com, and click the Jennie link, and we'll hook you right up with links to Augusta Players. We'll be right back. Coming up, she's an Evans bride who just made her debut on national TV. Katie Kinson with fun stories about Say Yes to the Dress America when we come back.